So over the weekend, Mitchell Hooper put up a YouTube video named 5 things I would change about Pro Strongman. In the video, he mentioned that this might ruffle some feathers.
Yeah.
So Mitch talked about 5 points that he thinks should change in Pro Strongman, and 1 bonus point that he left till the very end because he felt like there was some emphasis on it. 1 to 5, so communication between competitions, athlete association, official ranking systems, athlete coverage, more appealing for fans, and the bonus point was that strongman should be tested. In the video, he also mentioned that he thinks that the sport is stuck between an entertainment vehicle and a participation sport.
There's a lot of to digest.
There was a 20-minute video.
That was a 20-minute video, and we were thinking, how are we going to do this video about his video?
Yeah.
And I think, so he left that part of strongmen and PEDs
being tested, yeah.
Being tested, right, in the last point, bonus point he's trying to make. I think we have to make a first one.
Yeah.
Because he said some things which are like...
No, we don't mean first as in it's the first thing that should change, but it's the first point that...
Now we're going to talk about. Yeah,
that
what he said, the things that he said, it's kind of like... It bothers me. It really does. First of all, he said that strongman is not as big because we have PEDs in our sport, right? And that our sport is...
it'd be better for sponsors.
Yes, so the sponsors will approach us more.
As soon as it's tested.
Yes, as soon as it's tested, and you clean up the sport. So we have to look at the other sport. It's not even a sport. That's kind of like very, very close to strongman. Like, you know, we have bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Probably the dirtiest sport.
It's not probably, it is.
It's not even a sport. It's a beauty pageant contest.
I'll even put it this way, right? I seen a Strongman Sunday with Big Laws and Liz a couple of weeks ago. And I'll find it and I'll put it on the screen. The question was asked, what sport is worse for PEDs? Strongman or bodybuilding?
Give me a one-word answer, Lazo. Agree or disagree? The PED regime for bodybuilding is far riskier than that of strongman.
Agree.
From what I've known and seen. Yes, agree.
And he said himself, bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding.
That's what Laws said.
Without a doubt. Because they take everything and anything just to look better on a stage.
Yep.
It's not based on the performance. All the gym things that they do, you can class it as being like I don't know, sporty movements. I don't know what you call it.
The hypertrophic.
Yeah. All these I get it. I run a gym. I understand that. Like, you know, it's as well. It's beneficial to other people who just want to stay healthy and retain the muscle and all other stuff, right? But my point is, when he's talking about PEDs and he's saying that we should clean up the sport, okay, which is fine. First of all, who's gonna pay for it? Who's gonna pay? Where the money is gonna come from? Where the money come from? Who will agree to pay thousands upon thousands of euros just to get tested for one certain compound? We know it's super expensive, very expensive.
Because again, like, so UFC with USADA.
Yeah.
So UFC for years ran without USADA, and I think it was forced upon them that they had to be USADA tested, and UFC straight away were like, damn.
Yeah.
Because they know the cost of it.
They know the cost of it, yes. So,
and that's a massive.
I don't know where they
thing.
stand now. I think they still have it, but are they strict? I have no idea. I think you have to enter the testing pool, but if you're not in the pool, if you're not getting ready for the fight and you withdraw yourself,
Conor McGregor got taken out.
So you can actually take PEDs then.
Yeah.
You know, it just need to be natural for that period of time before the fight happens and you're prepped for the fight. Anyways, going back to bodybuilding. Probably the when it comes to PEDs, the dirtier sport as such, right?
With the highest paying prize money.
They getting paid loads of money. They getting loads of sponsors. They sponsors come to them. All these companies who make equipment for the gyms, they sponsoring all the bodybuilding athletes. So to me, what Mitch is saying, it just doesn't make sense. Oh, we're gonna clean up the sport. The guys will stay taking PEDs. Yeah, their performance will drop, but more sponsors will come into the sport. It's just no. How you can make that claim that we have like bodybuilding where they take more stuff and they have more sponsors than strongman. So to me, that point that he's trying to make, that more sponsors will come in, it's just I can't see that happening.
Like
how it's gonna work?
I think that if companies were looking for sponsors, they would be doing it already. Like I guarantee companies aren't saying, right, we'll wait till everything is cleaned, then we'll look for sponsors. Or as soon as it's clean, sponsors will just start knocking on the door. I don't think it will, but like you see, like bodybuilding, it's around a very long time. Strongman, the sport itself, is around a long time. The actual like physically like world's strongest man since what, the 1970s, bodybuilding as well before that. But like Olympia winners, I think is a 500,000 to win for first place. Arnold winners is 600,000. I know you have other like parts of the classic physique get $40,000, all that kind of stuff. But men's open, like realistically, if you won the Arnold and you won the Olympia, you're over $1 million, 1.1 million. Like.
Yeah, and plus the other stuff that comes with it. For example, best example, Chris Bumstead.
Yeah. Like he is a multi-millionaire because of it.
And he's multi-millionaire, not because he was winning Mr. Olympias and because, well, he is, but not because of the prize money. The prize money is like 50,000 for the first place, I think?
I think, yeah, 50,000, 40,000 I think it is. Sorry, it's 40.
40 or 50,000.
Yeah, so he won it 6 times, times 4. That's bad math.
Yeah, either way. He's a millionaire because, yes, he won the Olympia 6 times, right?
6 times.
6 times he won Olympia. But the prize money in that classic physique is not.
No, it's not compared to anything to the Open. No. It's 10%.
So his looks, he like by him taking PEDs, he became a millionaire basically.
He knew. No, in fairness, he did know how to like sell himself on social media. He knew how to like whatever. Like he knew how to brand himself.
Yes, but if he wasn't taking PEDs, most likely he wouldn't be in the position that he is now financially. To say that if the sport becomes clean and tested, more sponsors will come into the sport. It's just not true. Just look at the bodybuilding. To me, that's the main point.
The biggest way or the easiest way for strongmen to get sponsors is to be a bigger sport. That's the only way.
Yes, to be a bigger sport.
Because you have to be able, like the sponsor has to come and say, right, it's worth our time to sponsor this.
Now, strongman will never be as big as bodybuilding.
Never. Not even like
vanity nowadays. It's everywhere. Girls with lips, with Botox everywhere. Everybody wants to look
abdominal sketch.
Yes, sketching.
We did a video on it.
Yeah. Everybody wants to look prettier. Right? So bodybuilding, it's more appealing to the normal human eye. You look at us strongmen, we ugly.
Yeah. Okay, fair, yeah.
You know what I mean? Even I'll go as this. Mitch. Let's take Mitch, right? Mitch has a dad bod. I think Mitch has a dad bod. Mitch is probably now better athlete than Thor.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right?
We said it in the last video, he's definitely the strongest strongman.
Yeah. So, but if I was a sponsor, right, and I have a Mitch and Thor, and I know that Mitch is better athlete now than Thor, I would pick Thor.
But like to me,
because he's 6'9",
he's 200 kilos.
He's 200 kilos. He looks like a bodybuilder. He has a six-pack.
You can call him the Mountain, even if it wasn't Game of Thrones.
He's more marketable to me personally than Mitch Hooper.
Like Mariusz Pudzianowski was on Men's Health and Fitness.
Yes.
Because he was shredded.
That's all.
Yeah, you never
who else was? Any strongman?
Derek Poundstone, maybe?
I would put, great looking guys.
Yeah.
Again, you want to put these guys on the posters and be a poster boys for strongman.
Like Big Z, the greatest strongman of all time.
Yeah.
Was never the face of a magazine, I don't think.
He doesn't have the physique.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the physique. People will never look at Big Z. Oh, I want to look like him.
The Weeders, like Joe Weeder and that, started like IFBB because they wanted the beautiful specimen.
Yes.
Like the Greek gods that they would have seen.
Yes.
Like this is why that sport started.
That's why Arnold is still so relevant. It's his physique is still.
Yeah.
Yes, his chest, his arms, like all these, like it's physique.
60 years later.
Yeah.
He's still.
Yeah.
People have pictures of him.
Yes, that's why people are still looking at the icon. They still I want to look like Arnold.
Yeah.
Strongman.
No, it's
nobody. That's why strongman will never be as big. That's why we gonna be always based on our lifts, how heavy, how we can move. But like even the strongmen who look better, right?
Yeah.
Like Thor, who looks better than Mitch Hooper. He will be more marketable. More sponsors will approach him.
But even what you said about the lifts, so Mitch also said that if we went untested, you'd have new records and old records.
I think it's better to test the sport. weights will go down and it'll just enter a new era of like, okay, that was the old world records. We're going to go to some new world records. And the guys of the current era, that would be a thing to figure out of like, okay, well, clearly we don't fit that criteria right now. How long until you would allow that to happen?
So he says over the space of 2 years, you'll start to see, you know, as people get cleaned up, you'll see these new records. Like, nobody cares.
Nobody cares, and nobody will want to watch it.
Like
Unfortunately, it's just the way it is.
Like, so if you took it away now, so Thor has a record of 510.
Yeah.
You take it away, everything has to be tested. You will know that 510 will never ever be lifted again.
Nope.
So you can just say, right, why would I look at 510? Why would I even have that in my mind? Why would I worry about that record? Because it's not achievable. Everybody's asking, would he go for 550? Clean it up, 550 will never happen.
And he's talking like about going to Olympics, like, you know.
Yeah.
Why?
Enhanced games. Go to enhanced games.
Yeah. I was about to make the same point.
Yeah.
Enhanced games, like these guys will get paid more
$1 million for breaking the 100 meter sprint.
Yeah. That's what's by taking PEDs.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and I understand his concern. I really do.
Yeah.
He's saying he went to Mr. Olympia Expo, right?
Yeah.
And he saw loads of kids out on PEDs. He saw a lot of 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds on taking SARMs, probably
80% of them.
80% of them.
And 80% of the teenagers there are on steroids. And I asked many people who are in the know, who coach teenagers, who know for sure, they are doing them.
That's a great concern. It is like young people, they don't understand what's going to happen late in life from taking them, because there will be side effects. There will be like
long-term effects.
Yeah, long-term effects. Like I get where he's hired, but like we not the ones. We strongmen are not the ones who actually.
We're not that demographic.
Yes, who actually like we're not the main people who kind of like saying, oh guys, like.
Oh yeah, I want to take the stuff to look like you.
Yeah. We not.
No.
We
they want to be the C-bums, the Sam Suliks, the
know
Jay Cutlers, the Dorian Yates,
Ronnie Coleman's, all this.
Yeah.
They know the physique guys. You know, Chris Bumstead. You said Chris Bumstead. Yeah. All these guys, like they look at them. It's like, oh, that's physique they want to have. They think that physique will get them the girls.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, and it's like maybe it's true. Maybe you know, but they look at strongman and they'll say no, you know, no, like all I know the like girls like and like my friends' wives and stuff, like they think we strongmen look like Shreks, all of us. Yeah. They kind of like, you know,
my girlfriend says the same.
It's the same thing, right? Yeah. So we know. So I don't think that he kind of thinks that we are like one of the main people who contributes for when it comes to young people taking PEDs. Yeah. And we're not.
No.
We're not even close. It's bodybuilding. It's mainly bodybuilding because they're the ones who have these physiques that everyone is like looking at them is like, oh, whoa, that's impressive.
I think, look, in the real world, to do it, and there was no backlash from it. So if you could clean it up and everything stayed the same, I think it's the right thing to do. However, I know for a fact, if it does test, the sport is gone. We can make that claim as bad as it is, as bad as like we shouldn't advocate it. But if the PEDs go, like there's natural competitions there. I'm gonna say it. There's natural competitions.
Yeah, they claiming that it is, and they're saying that they testing guys.
Yeah,
but I don't like.
How do you?
The last time I checked, testing like costs
for one compound.
Yeah, it's like 4,000 euros, I think.
And that's only testing for one specific strain or one specific. Yeah.
Probably maybe it's changed, but I don't think so, because even in Olympics they don't test everyone. They test, I think, the guy who won the gold, the silver, and the bronze. Yeah, and then they pick randomly 2 or 3. I think
they have the A and the B samples.
Yeah, and plus they keep them for 12 years sometimes, and they strip the guys.
That's how
of the
Lance
medals.
Armstrong got done, wasn't it? Because of the B sample.
Yeah. But even there's good few guys in Olympic weightlifting where they got stripped after 12 years of Ilya Ilyin. I think he was stripped of his golden medal.
There's a perfect example. They're tested. And it's still being done.
And they still getting done 12 years after they won the gold medal.
So you clean it up. You can clean it up as best you want. Someone is always going to find it. No matter what sport it is, there's going to be a loophole.
And then Mitch Hooper, like, if you want to be transparent, tell us. Yeah. Tell us, what do you think?
Yeah. This is not being a dig at Mitch. Yeah. This is just being as independent. Yeah. Like, and
another thing. If you stop, like we're saying, right, if we stop taking PEDs, all the strong
line in the sand.
Like, right? Doesn't mean that you're going to be the same person. Doesn't mean that there's someone else whose receptors are not as good when it comes to taking PDs and you observing it, like, you know what I mean? It could be like I've seen Mitch Hooper like in
person.
in person, and when he wasn't like before he was
Oh, yeah, for Strongman. Yeah,
he wasn't a big dude.
Even his first year at World
Yeah,
Strongest Man.
he wasn't a big dude.
No, he still had some
Yeah.
serious lifts. Some very good lifts.
That's fair enough, but he wasn't a big dude. So it kind of like PDs turned you into this person that you are right now, you know. But I mean, like, there would be other guys who probably don't have these receptors when it comes to taking PDs as well, because some guys respond to PDs better than the other ones. They just, you know, there's some guys who take loads of PDs and they still look the same. They have loads of acne on their body, and their physique didn't really improve.
We see
you know?
it. Like, we watch Greg Doucette as well.
Yeah.
And he puts up videos a lot showing like teenagers that take them.
Yeah,
Their body
and
doesn't change, but their acne and the hair loss.
getting
and
destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I mean, like, you know. So it doesn't mean that now everybody stops taking PDs and the outcomes of the competition would be the same. You know?
Yeah, I know, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't mean that. That means maybe Mitch Hooper would be placing then only 5th or 6th in the competition because he's natural. You know, because he takes PDs now. His body's receptors are so much better than everyone else. It just boom, it goes into the first place.
So that was only 1 point. That was only the bonus point that Mitch had for that video. Like,
I think it's a very important point.
It is very important.
Yeah.
There's 5 other points that he did come out
Yeah.
across. This bonus point, in some cases, comes into the other parts of it. Like, if not even going 1 to 5. Like, so the 5th one, he said, more appealing for fans. He's mentioned about World's Strongest Man. He mentioned how basically this TV contract to have, it makes it worse for viewers to watch it. Like, he says that World's Strongest Man should have a live stream. We know for a fact, we've talked to a few people, whatever is going on in the background, we know for a fact that the contract that World's Strongest Man has, it needs the contract. We mentioned that we put this in the video a long time ago. I'll put it on the screen. But World's Strongest Man needs that contract to have that influx of money at the start. Now, they could take the risk, get rid of the contract, and go for a live stream. However, it's a big risk because it takes what, $1 million? Is that what we said, to go for a World's Strongest Man?
To run I think it's at least $1 million.
Yeah, so it's at least $1 million. So if you put $1 million and you don't recoup it, like, that's a loss straight away. And it's sometimes with a sport like Strongman, which I can't imagine the turnover is as massive. Like, we put into ChatGPT the value of these sports. So bodybuilding was at 96 billion was
as an industry.
That was the health and fitness industry, whatever. Now I know Strongman plays a part into it, but they said the Strongman industry, which is equipment and stuff, was equated at 600 million, which I think it's overestimated. Yeah. It's way over. So, like, I don't think Strongman can afford to take that hit of $1 million if it managed. Like, because I know with anything like this, it's always the first couple of years, and we've seen it like with Brian Shaw. So Brian Shaw ran his own show. He's still running his own show.
Very good example, Brian Shaw is, and he had tremendous plans when it comes to Strongman. I remember talking to Brian even in 2016. He was kind of already thinking of starting his own thing, how it's going to be run. Like, in his head, he already had thoughts, because he kind of knew that he's coming like to the end of his career, you know. So he kind of like already planned to start a Shaw Classic, to get probably the
strongest man on earth.
Strongest man on earth, like, you know, what do you call it, like a brand name?
Because it is a brand name.
Yeah, it's a brand name. You know, it's like in the competition, to be in a competition with World's Strongest.
It's like
man
what
name.
is this? It's Arnold. It's Rogue. They're brand names. They're competition names.
Yeah, but he showed as well now with his competition, especially this year, where it seems like the show wasn't getting better.
But that's where it comes back. So this is what we're saying about the bonus point, about sponsorships and things like that, how it can equate to it. Brian Shaw didn't do anything different from what he did the previous year. If anything, he made it better. He added more to the expo. He added like open gym sessions. He had arm wrestling. He had men's open, women's open, and strongman. He added an arm wrestling. He had so many things going on. Oh, we were at it in 2023, wasn't it? 2023. We can see from it, it's gone exponentially bigger. To me, it's weird that he's put more work in and he's got less from the sponsors. Yeah. And it's nothing you can do. You can't go to the sponsors and say, hey, like, give us more money. Yeah. It's like the sponsors are either going to give it to you or not.
It's just the sport.
He made it better. He made the show better.
Yeah, and it just shows that the sport is not there yet.
No, and Brian, now, I will admit, Brian has done a phenomenal job in the COVID times that we had to make this show, to make it to what it is in 5 years or 6 years, and to have like to be the top 4 biggest names, to be the highest paying show in 2024, 2023, 2024 I think was the highest paying show. So Brian has done all this. He's shown like him who has the the mindset of an athlete to make the shows. We seen backstage he had the IVs, he had the hot tubs nearly, he had a physio, all this kind of stuff that needed to be done. And even to that, he still can't make a profit because he lost money.
He lost money, and potentially next year he won't be there at all.
Yeah, because that's the video we meant to make. No, we didn't get to because of other certain reasons.
He said it himself. He's still talking, he's still deciding whatever is worth his time.
Yeah.
To carry on with the
Strongman
man on earth.
Yeah, so he said because of like family time and things like that. Again, I think there's financial underlying.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
I think there's more to this than just spending more time with the family, you know. And it just goes to show the sport. It's not there yet, and where it is at the moment, I don't think it's in a bad position either.
Yeah, and that's another point I was going to say, because I see a lot of videos at the moment. I've seen it from a lot of names, from a lot of people. I've seen it on Reddit forums. I've seen them on Facebook posts, whatever it is. People asking, is Strongman in a bad place? Like, how do you quantify it?
Personally, I don't think it's in a bad place.
Well, so I was going to say, there's no point in saying you were in the golden era, as people put it, for Strongman.
Yeah.
You had Brian Shaw, Big Z, Thor, you had Krzysztof Razakowski, yourself, there was so many big names, Derek Poundstone. You know, these big name guys. Now, obviously, there was some other athletes from years gone by, Bill Kazmaier, all this. But at the time, you were like, remember you were telling me, you got pennies for competing. You competed in, like, say, stadiums that were like literally just football pitches. You've been in car parks. You've been all these places. And, like, the level that, like, of professionalism wasn't there comparative to what it is now. Yeah,
that's why, to me, the Strongman is now in great place. Look at Brian Shaw YouTube. The amount of publicity they get through the YouTube, it's crazy. The million views. Eddie Hall, the same, million views. He did so much for the Strongman sport. He's now doing collabs with all the celebrities. Ed Sheeran, the last... Like, Ed Sheeran is like, I don't know.
One of the greatest singer-songwriters of all time.
Yeah. You know, he's doing collabs now in the gym. It's like, you can't get any bigger when it comes... And everybody knows that Eddie is a strongman. You know, he's not a powerlifter.
At heart.
Yeah, he's a strongman, you know. He did loads of great things for strongman sport. And I think just the sport is...
Even now, he still sponsors. He has Beast Pharma, who sponsors Giant Dive.
Yeah.
So he hasn't forgot about it.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's doing so many things, but at the end of the day, he's a strongman, right? So, and he's getting all that money, all that attention, all that publicity as a strongman, as the world's strongest man. Everybody knows him as the world's strongest man. He won it once, but doesn't matter. You win it twice, you're always the king.
You're always world's strongest man.
Yeah. So to me, is like as big as it gets now. I think. That's pretty much it. How to improve? You can improve probably a couple of things. And Midge Hooper went into a lot of things that the competition should be like all different. These competitions should be working together.
Yeah, no, that's that point. So that communication between comes. So he was saying like one theory would be to have 2 big shows in Q1 and then two in Q3, so the athletes get adequate rest time. Another time was to have all the shows in a 7-month period and then 5 months off. But the issue is, if you did 7 months on, 5 months off, we see it ourselves this time of year. Anyone can go look back through previous years. Our views take a massive dive. Laws, I think you can say the same. Massive dive. Anyone that does strongman content over the Christmas period coming into before Britain's Strongest Man, nosedive. So if you did it like that, where you had 5 months off, the show and the competition is not big enough to hold itself for 5 months while the 7 months comes back around.
The sport just dies off.
It will. That's what it does.
Yeah,
and it's like it just goes off.
It's not going to get better because it means you forget about that sport for 5 months.
And as well as that,
nothing's happening there.
He's on about competitions talking to each other. Why? There's no umbrella federation that they need to talk to. They are their own things. Rogue Fitness puts up their own money for Rogue Invitational. They don't go to like some strongman fund and say, here, we're putting on a show, can you give us a small loan or give us something that we can help? No, they take it off their own back. Arnold Schwarzenegger, whoever runs the Arnold show now, I know it's his name, but they put up the money to run the Arnold show. They're the one that puts the money in Columbus for the expo. World's Strongest Man, whoever the people behind it. Like, and as well, Brian Shaw. Do you think Brian Shaw is going to go talk to all these other competitions and say, hey guys, I'm doing this for my show. Let's kind of
Yeah,
make a
I
deal.
want to do this event.
Yeah.
Can you do this event?
Yeah.
There's
Now
like-
I know Rogue helps him with the equipment and stuff, but like other than that, like those competitions are going to say that's your show. You worry about you.
yeah.
We'll worry about us.
I don't understand all these points that Mitch Hooper tried to make. I really don't.
No.
And I as bad as it sounds, I disagree with most of them.
Yeah.
I
No,
really
look,
do. I don't think that it's what he's trying to say. It's a good thing, but it's not. It's not achievable.
No, it's
and
not
second
realistic.
of all, again, if you think that all these and I understand that they are your opinions, right?
Yeah.
The way things should be run,
Like
it
the-
should
like
be
these
done in
are
Strongman's.
opinions.
But
Yeah.
that's our opinions too, right? Go and show it to us.
Run the show.
Yeah, run the show. Get these athletes, like try to do these things that you say that needs to be done in a strongman sport. Plus, he's criticizing how Rogue was done, right? The way it's done with like
With the CrossFit and the 2.5 hour
and
weight
the
and
women
stuff.
and men kind of competing together or
Yeah.
separately. And the times that the competitions
Yeah.
is being what
They're
10
too long.
hour
Yeah,
streams,
they're
something
too
like
long.
that.
And if you were outside,
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to be sitting
So
on it.
the same with the World's Strongest Man. So basically, he wants the shows to be done like
Giants Live.
Giants Live.
So he wants
Literally, all the shows has to be like
So
Giants
if it's
Live
if
shows.
it's a 2 or 3 day show, it's two
Yeah.
or three Giants Live shows
Yeah,
in a row. To have them done in a 4-hour period.
it's like, in my opinion, right?
By the way, I think Giants Live runs a great show.
Yeah, no,
just-
that's fine. We're just talking how it's
How it's
being
structured.
as a structurally, as
Yeah.
a show is, as a competition is. So when it comes to Rogue Invitational, right? They don't need strongman.
They really don't.
I don't think
Oh.
that they do.
We made a video last November after the last Rogue Invitation. We were worried.
Yeah,
We were genuinely worried because of the backlash Rogue got that they were just going to go, nope,
pull the
not
plug.
worth it.
Yeah, we don't. We're just gonna stick with CrossFit.
Yeah. And
know, and that's it.
like after some of the things that were said last year, after the things I seen online, I wouldn't blame Rogue to just go, you know what? Screw that sport.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like sometimes we need these competitions more than the competitions need the sport. And it's not even sometimes, it's always. Like Arnold could just say, the strongman is not worth it. We're just going to stick with the bodybuilding. We'll stick with the expo.
That can be the case.
Can be the case.
Yeah.
Like, now, there's some things I will agree on. He said about an athlete association for people with, so strongmen would have healthcare. Now, the thing is, that is a great idea in principle. However, how do you fundamentally make it work? Like, there's where you go. You have to have a governing body. You have to have a membership due. You have to have fees. You have to have underwriters for the health insurance. You have to have coercion from every single country.
Can you imagine, right? So going to a company, well, like what do we have in Ireland? We have VHI, right?
And Leia and,
And
all,
Leia,
that,
yeah.
all these guys, yeah.
The private insurance companies, right?
Which expensive, like.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So you go to them and you tell them, right? I have 20 guys over here, strongman guys.
Yeah.
A big possibility that they're gonna get injured.
Yeah.
The big dudes, they overweight. You
Like,
know,
to me-
their blood pressure is through the roof.
I think my policy, and I'm not under like any high risk where what I do. I think I'm like $3,500. I think 3,500, 4,000 euro or something.
A year.
Yeah, and I'm not high risk.
Yeah, you're not high risk, right?
Yeah.
So can you imagine you saying all these things
20,000.
and the guy is like, Mike,
Yeah.
and is like, oh yeah, oh,
It's
and
just zero.
yeah, it's
zeros.
like potentially so big possibility of getting injured a lot of times a year.
yeah.
Okay, blood
For a long
pressure.
period of
Yeah,
times.
they overweight massively.
BMI is
Yeah,
through the roof,
it's true. Like you're making all these things. It's like, this is gonna be like, okay, it's how much you gonna pay? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like a couple of million
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what they're gonna say. Nobody will pay that.
Yeah. And the logistics, like who's going to be the secretary to deal with all this?
Where the money will come
Yeah,
from.
it won't. It's like as well as that, you need one individual thing that you pay into, like IFBB. Like I know that's a pro league, whatever, but you still pay your membership card, and it like gets you into like
that's fine.
gyms for free,
But
whatever.
but if in the IFBB, right, if you put into hospital with a kidney failure because you dehydrated
Yeah.
for the competition, bodybuilding competition, they're not paying. They're not
no,
covering your bills.
You cover it. Yeah.
Yeah, and they as a sport, they have way more money than strongman.
Yeah.
Way more
Way
money.
more.
You know, so to me,
It's a
it's
bigger
like
pool, yeah.
it's like Mitch. I know you have all these points, but like it just they're all unrealistic, if you ask me.
One of the points that struck with me as well was the official athlete ranking system. Now, so Mitch was saying there should be an overall ranking system so for athletes that you can just say, I don't know, go online and see the top 10, top 50, top 100 guys ranked on SCL, World's Strongest Man, the top 4 shows, and Giants Live. Now, that is a great system. Like, and we said this before. We said it with Rogue Invitational. They have a ranking system. We got such backlash. Like, I mean, cruel backlash from people because Rogue Invitational didn't use their ranking system. Even though Rogue Invitational says they are an invitational, they can invite who they want, and then they had a ranking system which we thought was counterintuitive. It was kind of nearly hypocritical to itself. Like, so if you do make this ranking system, doesn't mean that Arnold has to use it, doesn't mean the Worlds has to use it, doesn't mean the Strongest Man on Earth, doesn't mean the Rogue has to use it. Who has to use it? Anyone that knows Strongman Archives, you can go on and you'll see athletes listed from their World's Strongest Man or their international wins and national wins, all this. It's a great site. Now, the thing is, if you wanted to add, I'd say, a live update ranking system, that would be great. But the thing is, who is going to do all that? Again, like it's a lot of work in it, and it's for nothing. It's only for the viewers, because these big corporations or these big say companies, the competitions, as we've seen, like they don't use it. They won't use it. They'll invite who they want. Like, because Arnold is, even though it doesn't have it in the name, it's an invitational.
It's not that. I don't think that ranking is necessary.
It's a novelty.
Yeah, it's a novelty, and in my opinion, it's not necessary. We already kind of know who is the strongest athletes.
Yeah, at the moment.
At the moment,
because we've seen, like, as well with that Rogue Invitational, it goes off a 3-year rolling period or something. Because we've seen that Novikov was still up there, Bobby Thompson was still up there, even though he was retired. Like, all these things, and again, I'm going to go back to it. We're going to get hammered on it, and I've mentioned this before online. I've mentioned it in other things, that what I said about Paddy Haynes, about him being invited to Rogue Invitational. Maybe bad wording on some people's parts. I don't think it was. Whatever it may be.
No, it wasn't. He twisted. He cut. He'd edited the video.
But like, I think it was. He was what, 21st, 22nd, something ranked in the world. So if that official ranking was there, like we said with Rogue, Rogue made that official ranking, their own official ranking, didn't use it. So why would other big companies use it if the company that made their own one won't even use it? It's completely, I don't know. Ideally, it's just a novelty. That's just what it is. But I think with the other, say, 5 points that we had, I will admit, some of the points he had, I do think that there should be an athlete association for healthcare and things like that. However, it's just not feasible with the line of work that
it's a great idea, but in reality,
it's the best. To me, that should be the first priority.
And then he went, when it comes to this, he went and compared strongman to the team sports.
Yes,
don't do that.
No, and even
different things.
Yeah, so they are completely different things. Like, you have FIFA, who's the global body for soccer, because it's the biggest sport in the world, and they can afford to pay all these
American football,
massive things.
Yes, but
they have these player associations.
The risk of injury, it's insane, and the club. But we're talking
billions.
Yeah, we're talking
But even like
different.
So tennis, which is a pro high sport, like some of the athletes there don't make a living wage, and we've seen this. Like, there's videos out there to show like athletes who are struggling, that are working full-time jobs as well as doing tennis on the side because they can't make a living out of it. Yeah. And you see tennis, you see these Wimbledon, you see all these big high-paying payouts and the trophies and everything. You think, wow, look at them. But like, a lot of them are under the line, like the poverty line. They're But that's just the way it is. Look, this is going to be a long video. Now, I've seen on the last video that we made, people are like, yeah, longer content. And to be fair, it does be fun.
That's a very long content.
Look, I understand. Some of the times we need the longer content. Like we've said this before in the past, we can't make short videos because we just go so in depth into it. But look, let us know in the comment section down below. Do you think people might think we're getting a bit wound up? It did ruffle our feathers, and Mitch said it would ruffle some feathers.
For me, mainly was the
bonus point. The bonus point. Yeah,
okay,
I understand.
Really feathered me. Really, like, I was like,
it hit something.
Just, it is what it is. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody's forcing you to take PEDs.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be in that sport. You know where you're getting yourself into. Like, just stop it. Don't try to be that, I don't know, like a bigger person per se and say, oh, we need to clean up that. So you want to compete as a natural. There is competition for natural strongmen. Go and compete there.
Yeah. And if you feel like the sport's in a bad place, again, I urge you, look back 10 years ago, 15 years ago to see what strongmen were competing
Again,
in.
completely disagree. Like, Because of that sport, Eddie Hall is a multimillionaire.
Brian
Because
Shaw,
of that, Brian Shaw is a multimillionaire. Because of that sport, Thor Bjornsson is multimillionaire.
And no offense to Mitch as well, because as a strongman, you are somebody.
Yes, you are literally somebody.
Yeah. So look, anyway.
Without PEDs, without strongman sport, nobody
Yeah.
would care. Nobody would care. Literally, if you deadlifted the 380 kilos,
Look at
in a competition
powerlifters.
naturally, or 350, whatever it is, nobody, just
Yeah. We could
unfortunately, nobody
we
cares.
could just keep going and going.
Yeah.
But look, let us know in the comment section down below what you think. Do you think we read too much into it? Do you have your own opinions on these 5 points? Did you watch the video? If not, look, we urge you to watch it if you're into the strongman sport. Please, we'd love to see any sort of comment. Anything at all that has to do with this video, even with our reaction or even the main video from Mitchell Hooper, we'd love to see it. If you made it as far in the video, make sure to press the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, please press the bell icon. It'll keep you up to date with everything that's Lalas Brothers. And we'll see you in a future video.
See you later, guys.